Hey, I'm MindieKniss. This is the Daily Rage. Let's take a look at what happened this week. It was kind of a wild one with CPI and FOMC on Wednesday. We'll also talk about where we might go from here, looking ahead into next week. So this is the micro Dow. For those of you that are new, first off, welcome. Great to have you here. And secondly, you can use these targets for the micro or for the regular Dow. Same is true for all of these. And that is because other than a little variation based on volume, the charts are essentially going to look the same. So in this case, we marked these last Friday, and you could have made money either way. We took out this target to the high side on Wednesday, and we crashed through these two targets to the low side. Let's go around today's low because it did recover quite a bit, but still below the cloud. Did flip the parabolic SIR though. I like to see that. And down here will be target 2. As for your high side targets, let's go here and then here. So the micro S&P, it's essentially at its all-time highs. We hit that high mark on Wednesday. So let's use that as our first target to get back to. And then after that, let's see, 54, 53, ATR, we'll just call it about 50. We'll call that about 50 for some very easy math. So we will go to about 5,500-ish. And that's going to be the closest I can get it. 5,500.27. Okay, that'll be target 2. And target 1, we can make this even easier. Bring this up here because it, like the Dow, recovered quite a bit. Dropped earlier, but didn't do too terrible today. We can scooch this up just a scotch. And as always, remember, these are areas of interest. It's not about this exact 5333.65. Micro NASDAQ now, this one had a pretty solid day. I didn't mean to grab that right there, but not sure where it was. Anyway, we just went up, basically. That was the thing. So first target, we're going to make this one a real easy hit right here. That was yesterday's high and all-time high, I believe. And then from here, the ATR right now is about 250. So we'll call this around 700-ish. And heck, that's a big number, 20K. Let's just go for that. Why not? Okay, there we go. Close enough. And we can switch these. Pretty range bound today based on yesterday's. Yesterday and today were frustrating. Now it did end up higher today, but yesterday, trading that doji, big pain in the butt. And today you can see it is within, it's an inside day. The range did not exceed, at least so far. It may still do that. Yesterday's range. And this, we can just bring this up just a little bit for target 2 to the low side. So wrapping up the index is with the M2K, this one on the struggle bus. Worst of the 4 by far. So let's do this. Let's bring this guy down here. And that one still looks really great down there. As for the high side, now we did take out like some of these targets before we just fell off the cliff here. So we were profitable to the upside and then just fell off today. So I'm going to use the top of the cloud as target 1. Now, that's only if this thing were to turn itself around and get going again. And like I said, it's not looking so hot right now. This one, we can go here. You can almost just stair step these up, target 1, target 2, target 3 up at this point. Let's look at micro Bitcoin. That's also not looking good. We took out both of these targets to the low side. So next up to the short side, let's use this area here. And then here, of course, again, you could stair step it down. Next area would be way down here, around 57,000-ish. As for the high side, we can bring this one in closer. We'll keep that one the same for target 2 in the cloud, though. So we'll see what happens if it goes above or below. Also in the cloud, micro ETH, we did take out these low targets, though, so that's good if you were short those. And that's pretty far down, but like I said, not looking so hot. See what happens in this next week. We'll keep that one the same. Take a look at the 10-year note. Looks really, really solid. So if you wanted to trade any of these little baby micros, the 10-year micro yield, in my opinion, is the only one even worth looking at. And you can see I'm a little behind. That's still in May. So we do need to update that to June. Gold, still in the cloud. It's kind of just deciding what it's doing. So we can keep these lower targets. It looks like we may have taken that out earlier this week, but it would have been real close. And for the high side, this is fairly ambitious at this point, so we can bring that down quite a bit. We'll go for that one. Still within the cloud though, so you're not quite out of the woods in terms of getting onto that second target, but at least it would be in the right direction. Silver, let's do this. Let's move this up here. This one can stay there. Let's do this down here. This drives me crazy when it literally is every other candle. Green, red, green, red, green, red, green. Boy, that's so difficult. It's like, just pick a direction and let's get it going. All right, this one is micro copper, and it's kind of doing the same thing with the, green red dance that we've got going on here. Can move this up slightly to about here. Target 1 to the low side. We can keep this one as target 2. We can bring this one quite a ways down and make it a little simpler to hit these guys. We'll call this one target 1 to the high side and target 2. Finally, wrapping up with micro crude. Clearly on whatever day this was, the 10th, big day. So we shot through both of those. So let's get these guys up here a little higher. And that's a nice one. Look at that. I love that move because gap up situation, up, 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 stop, fractal, and fell off. That's a really, really strong level of resistance. I like it. And this one, we'll just kind of work our way back down. Can even scooch this up to this little shelf right here. And of course, if you wanted a third level to the downside, it would be way down here, around 72-ish. That'll do it for the second week of June. Make sure to pay attention to your volume going into Monday, because these things are going to start shifting over to the September contract for the indexes. I'm MindieKniss. Thanks so much for watching.